Hey guys, welcome to my new SnackTech. I call it the race to 10 mana. But let me get out of the way so that you guys can see who the commander is. Does anyone happen to recognize that one commander in the back? That's right, it's none other than Godo, Bandit Warlord. When he enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an equipment card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So this is the list that I threw together, and I think with cards that are on the up and up, like for example the new uncommon Return the Favor, which copies instant spell or sorcery spell or activated abilities or triggered abilities, and you may choose new targets for the copy. Um, Creating an infinite combo with Dualcaster Mage, um, it makes mono red commanders like Godo have a little bit more presence in the cEDH scene. So I threw this list together to encourage everyone to give it a try. You don't have to use this list, um, especially because it's got a City of Traders in it, so you definitely do not need to play with all the cards from this list. This is just a very optimized list that I threw together. So we have Karn the Great Creator, which he's just good tax. We have Blank Goblin, which you gotta have a sticker sideboard, which will give you a bunch of mana. Dockside does the same thing, dual caster infinite combos. You got Goblin Engineer for tutoring up artifacts that will allow you to get out Godo as fast as possible. Same with Goblin Welder, just to help you get those cards back. Imperial Recruiter to go and grab your Dockside or your Blank Goblin. You have Jaxus the Troublemaker, which will make a copy of your Godo and bring out the other piece that you need when you need it. We have Magus of the Moon, which non-basic lands or mountains, just very good tax alongside with Blood Moon, just to slow down the game and ensure that you can land Godo and win. Palladium Mirror for some guaranteed mana. Professional Facebreaker, if the game does end up going longer, you get those treasure tokens and you have good card advantage. Ragavan for some treasure tokens and hopefully some value off your opponent's deck. Simian Spirit Guide for free mana. Treasonous Ogre for getting out Godo as fast as possible as well. We only have a couple sorceries in the deck, same goes for instants. We got Blasphemous Act, which is one of our only board wipes in the deck. It's just a good way of ensuring that Godo lands on an empty board and just ends the game. Gamble to tutor up whatever you need. Jessica's Will, which will add mana for each card in target opponent's hand. Yeah, Molten Duplication, which is another card that's coming on the up and up, which is a good copy spell to copy Godo, which you'll just grab your other equipment and win the game. Or you can also do this combo with your dual caster mage to end the game as well. We have Shatter Skull Smashing, which just doubles as a land. We're only running 27 lands, so we might as well run this as well. We have Twin Flame, which combos with dual caster mage as well. We have Vandal Blast, which overload just puts you very far ahead. Warrior's Oath for an extra turn. Wheel of Fortune as well, just for that card draw. And we do not run our typical wheel with Breach combo, just because it's hard to fit within here, within the 99. But it's a possibility that you could consider running. For removal, we have our Chaos Warp. We have our Deflecting Swat to primarily get targets off of Godo. We have ritual effects such as Desperate Ritual. We will also have Pyretic Ritual for the same purpose. We have Seething Song as well. And then there's another extra turn spell with Final Fortune. A copy spell with Fork, which sometimes helps. A Magnetic Theft, which allows you to just cast Godo and then tap 1 mana to Magnetic Theft your Home of the Host right onto Godo and then just end the game from there. We have Pyroblast for good interaction. Same goes for Red Elemental Blast. Return the Favor, as we went over earlier, just a combo piece with Dual Caster Mage. We have Tybalt's Trickery, which is good interaction and hopefully a way that you will always make sure that your Godo's ability is going to resolve without having any interaction. Wild Magic Surge, which allows that Godo's always going to go through. We have Arcane Signet. We're going to go over our mana rocks now. There's a boatload of them, so we are going to skip over a couple cards, and then we'll retouch back on them. We have Arcane Signet, Basalt Monolith, we have Chrome Mox, we have Curse Mirror, which doubles as a copy of anything. We decided to run Felwar Stone, Fire Diamond, even though it comes in tapped. Grim Monolith, which is good. We have Jewel Lotus, Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Mana Fold Key, Mind Stone, Moon Silver Key, which will tutor up our artifacts. We have Mox Diamond, Mox Opal, Ruby Medallion, Soul Ring, Springleaf Drum, Thought Vessel, Throne of Eldraine, Voltaic Key, and if necessary, we also have Welding Jar. Now, for equipment spells, we only have a couple. We have Argentum Armor. We have... So Argentum Armor will allow you to destroy all the lands in play if you have someone who is effectively not dying. Say they cast what's the spell? I can't lose the game this turn. Anytime I would go below 0 life, I would go to 1 instead. You can just blow up all their permanents, and then they just don't get to play the game, and you win on your next turn. We have Conqueror's Flail, which is just a good way of saying, you guys can't interact with me, it doesn't matter. We also have Hammer of Nizam, which is one of the combo pieces. Helm of the Host, which is the primary combo piece. We have Lightning Greaves, which means Godo cannot be touched. We have... Used to have Swiftfoot Boots in here, but now we have Jite, which Jite is primarily in here just for toolbox effects, which it is absolutely a cuttable card in this list. It's just in here as a place filler for the time being. Other artifacts that I did not touch base on that we do have within the deck is Cloudstone Curio. Cloudstone Curio is a combo that goes alongside a lot of our creatures here. If you have, for example, Cloudstone Curio, Dockside Extortionist, and Blank Goblin, you can just create infinite mana. After you create the infinite mana, you just cast Godo, you equip the Helm, and you win the game. Let's see, anything else that I missed in here? We have Panharmonicon for our double battlefield triggers, which says play this 4 mana spell and then play Godo next turn and then win the game. We have the One Ring for some good card draw. We have Throne of Eldraine, which just taps to add a bunch of mana if necessary, and also draw cards if we do need to. And our final 2 enchantments, we have Blood Moon, we have Vessel Volatility, which is just another ritual effect. For our lands, we don't have anything too special within here. We have Ancient Tomb, Buried Ruin, grab an artifact if necessary. Cavern of Souls to make sure Godo resolves. City of Traders, it's essentially another Ancient Tomb, but you don't have to pay life. Command Beacon to bring our Godo into our hand. We have Crystal Vein for essentially a one-time Ancient Tomb effect. Dwarven Mine, which just gives us a creature if necessary to use. We have Dwarven Ruins, which is a one-time Ancient Tomb effect. Inventor's Fair, which will allow us to tutor up any artifact that we need if we have to pay for. We have Lotus Field, which will tap for 3 at any point in time, and sacrificing the lands isn't that big of a deal. We have Sandstone Needle, which always taps for 2 red mana, and we have Urza's Saga, which just tutors out a artifact for us, which is typically always going to be our Jeweled Lotus. if we do need to use it to get Godo out on the field. But tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like the list, feel free to drop a like on the video. Comment anything that you think you would change out in the deck. And if you guys like this content, subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe at any point in time. But thanks for tuning in to my deck tech, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.